And we're looking for a motion that in accordance with trustees' request that anyone who wants to be on the agenda give any one of the trustees, the fiscal officer, the office administrator, 1 week notice. Reporters are asked to hold their questions till the end of the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
John?
Yes.
DJ?
Yes.
Mike? Yes.
In accordance with videotaping public meetings in Auburn Township, it is permitted, providing the videotaping does not interfere, obstruct, or otherwise disturb the proceedings. Video equipment must be set up in the designated area and done in an unobtrusive manner. No artificial photographic lighting. Equipment must be operated silently. Promotion.
So moved.
Second.
John?
Yes.
DJ?
Yes.
Mike? Yes.
Sunshine Law, in accordance with Senate Bill 74, fee of $52 had been the previous fee. Be paid in advance annually plus self-addressed stamped envelopes by any person requesting advance notification of meetings. Resolution does not apply to the news media.
So moved.
Second. John?
Yes.
DJ?
Yes.
Mike? Yes.
Media of choice in order to advertise meetings. Currently we're using auburntownship.com and Maple Leaf as the primary and the News Herald as needed, and that is because of one's a weekly, one's a daily, and it seems to work.
So moved.
Second. John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike? Yes.
Okay, we're going to need a zoning inspector. And
I'd like to make a motion that we appoint Frank Kitko as the zoning inspector.
I'll second that.
I hear he's pretty good. He's new in town, actually.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike? Yes.
Compensation for that zoning inspector, currently at $1,701.71 per month. Government COLAs this year 1.7. Hope that's worked.
I think we should do 3%.
Okay. I'll second that. And that would be a rate of $1,752.77 per month. Okay. John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I'll take this one, PJ, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to make a motion to reappoint John Phillips as Auburn Township Fire Chief, if he would be so kind as to take the job.
Absolutely.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
Stay with your fire department role there, Mike.
Okay. The Auburn Volunteer Fire Department, I'd like to contract with them for the period of January 1st, 2015 through December 31st, 2015, at a total of $696,000. The same as the previous contract.
Mm-hmm. I'll second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike? Yes. Okay. Fire Department Mutual Aid. I'd like to make a motion to accept all mutual aid agreements negotiated by the Auburn Volunteer Fire Department Corporation as binding.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike? Yes.
All right, cemetery sexton. Currently, Susan Plavkin is serving in that position. I'll make a motion to reappoint her as sexton for 2015.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike? Yes.
That compensation rate currently is $312.17.
As we were looking, or I was doing PJ, we had the cost of living index is 1.7. I was trying to get things up a little bit more in line with some of the other townships. So I came up with a 3% figure.
Well, I think previous years we had done some calculation with which a COLA and a raise.
Right. So combining into
6 one, half dozen the other, it's the same thing.
Combining into a 3%.
I think that's acceptable. Was that a motion?
Yes, I'll motion to compensate the cemetery sexton at a rate of $321.54 per month for services rendered.
John, can I get a second?
Yes. Second.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Trustee compensation, of course, that's set by the revised code, and that payment method shall be salary method for the year and paid solely from the general fund. There's a motion.
Second.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
PCE board. Those are staggered terms. One opening this year. Currently, Bob Ford is serving that position. 3-year term.
Well, Bob's done a good job for us, and I'd like to make a motion to appoint Bob for the 3-year term to begin 1/1/15 and expire 12/31/17.
Second.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay, at this point we're going to confirm our previous appointments because it makes a good reference point for the future, or if any questions come up as to how long these terms go. So that confirmed those terms would be Bob Ford. That term expires 12/31/17. Dean Peebles, that term expires 12/31/16. And David Parker, whose term will expire 12/31/15.
I'll second.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Commission.
Jump in, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
We're going to do zoning commission appointments. The seat up is Don Simpson. I think he's done a good job for us, and I'd like to nominate him to be appointed to a 5-year term beginning 1/1/15 and expire 12/31/19.
Second?
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
We have zoning commission alternate number 1 as currently Beth Liff. She's done a fantastic job for us. I'd like to nominate her to be appointed to that position.
Second.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
And then we have zoning commission alternate number 2, which is open. And I'd like to nominate Deepa Lou. She's got a ton of experience, and I think she'd be a good person to put on there.
We did have some other applicants for a couple reasons. They declined to come aboard, young kids, things like that. And I would tend to agree with you. Dee has been, well, she knows zoning. She's been there a long
Absolutely.
time.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second.
Second.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay, so then now we need to do a confirmation here. The confirmation will be Don Simpson, term expires 12/31/19. John Scalia, term expires 12/31/18. Michael Geyer, term expires 12/31/17. Michael Henry, term expires 12/31/16. Jeff Polsford, term expires 12/31/18. 15. Beth Liff, terms expires 12/31/15, and Dee Ballou, term expires 12/31/15.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Okay, we need to set compensation for zoning commission members. That's currently at $45 a meeting.
When's the most recent time we raised that?
You know, I
It was in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
Because it was 40 for quite
I
a
think it's
while.
pretty reasonable.
Yeah, my recollection from being on the board is it wasn't too long ago that it was raised up.
Yeah, a couple of years, I think, at the
Yeah.
most. So.
Do I have permission to speak?
Yeah, you might know.
It was last year.
Okay. So it was within the last 3 years. Thank you, John.
I think we should keep it at the same.
Yeah, I would agree then. Second.
Okay. John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Okay, zoning commission secretary compensation, which is set by the board. The actual secretary will be appointed by the board of the zoning commission. It's currently $14.02 per hour, and I think we should apply that same multiplier.
3%?
Yes.
It's like 14.45.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Okay, zoning board of appeals. The currently 5-year term up, finished last year, and would like to reappoint Brian Stewart to a new 5-year term, which would run 1/1/15 to 12/31/19.
I'll second that.
Brian's done an excellent job for us.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Okay, our BZA alternate number 1 is currently David Parker, and I would like to nominate him to continue for another 1-year term.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
And our alternate, BZA alternate number 2 is Rob Peeler, and Rob's also been a good member, so I'd like to nominate him to continue for another 1-year term, 12/1/15 to 12/31/15.
I'll second that.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Okay, reconfirm the Board of Zoning Appeals. So we have Brian Stewart, term will expire on 12/31/19. Louis Tomsick, his term will expire on 12/31/18. Laura Beller will expire on 12/31/17. Robert Treebarron, 12/31/16. Kevin Graham, 12/31/15. David Parker, 12/31/15. And Robert Peeler, 12/31/15.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ? Yes. Mike?
Yes.
Okay, now compensation for Board of Zoning Appeals members, currently $45 a meeting. Say we can keep it the same.
Yeah.
Second it. John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
Board of Zoning Appeals Secretary compensation, currently it's $16.83. Apply that same 3% to that.
Yeah, I think that fits there.
17.4.
Yeah.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll take one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Employees, wages and benefits. Our Township Highway Superintendent, Mr. Emmer Gordon, his current pay rate is $22.43 per hour. And there's that language with cost of living adjustment and, yeah.
I ran it this way.
What's that? Which will total the same thing we've been doing.
Right, so it's a 1.7 and 1.3 for total.
So we're going to build in that 1.7 cost of living adjustment, and we're going to add to that a 1.3% raise. We'll end up at $23.11.
Second?
Second.
Third?
Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
All right, Michael Ludwig, his current rate is 2012. With that same formula, Fred, would come to 2073. That's going to be effective, as was Emmert's, for the first pay of January 2015.
Motion. Second.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
Mark Sturm, same formula. We will end up with a 2073 hourly as of the first day in January 2015. That's the motion.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Mr. John Zoka, same formula, 2073 effective as the first pay from January 2015. There's the motion.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Pause for a second.
We'll discuss it here.
Right.
That's pretty simple. Yeah, Ryan Herman, we're going to have a little discussion here. He's our newest hire. I was quite impressed with his interview here at the end of the year, and
Just feedback from
seems to be doing the job.
on his
Yeah,
job he's doing.
he's coming along quite well. It seems like that. That current rate is substantially less than our other employees, although he's a full participating member there now.
He doesn't have a longevity.
Doesn't have
Right.
longevity. We'd like to see him get there.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Seem to be able to get there at some point in time.
Right. All right, so currently he's at 1530. And I think we'll build in, Fred, certainly this 1.7 cost of living we've been doing. Mike's suggestion here, which I think is appropriate, is a 4.3% raise. So he'd be up 6% essentially. Bringing him to 16.2. I think that's fair. 1 second.
Corey, does that seem
Sure.
reasonable for our discussions?
Absolutely. I told them to give it 7 years.
Well,
It took that long for the other group of guys to get there.
Right.
So, I'm just...
yeah,
They did.
It's been a while,
Just 7
hasn't it?
years.
Yeah.
So they didn't jump there either. It took them through the same amount of time.
That's
so,
good.
Well, that seems right. So,
What was the total rate then? 1622.
1622.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
Office employees would be Office Administrator Nancy Dolzall. Currently at 1683, and with the formula 1.7 COLA and 1.3% raise, that would bring her hourly effective first pay in January at 1734.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
Jane Hardy's as zoning secretary to Mr. Gibco. That current rate of pay is $16.85. Using the same formula of cost of living and 1.3% raise. That would bring that to 17 and 36 effectively for the first pay in January.
Second. John?
Yes.
Jay?
Yes.
Yes.
Our overtime policy is that all road department overtime for 2015 will be approved by the road liaison, and administrative and zoning department overtime will be approved by a trustee.
Second. John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike? Yes.
All right. We offer health benefits with all those full-time positions. However, there's an occasion where an employee will wish to opt out of that coverage, and we set a stipend for that at $500. I believe that was increased last year as well.
Increased that last year, so.
Anybody doing that now? Nancy still? She's that's a couple times.
I'll second that. John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, cell phone policy. We require our road employees to carry cell phones. That currently, that's what we're requiring to carry them in order to stay in contact with the superintendent. And we've got a stipend set up there too at $50 per month to the designated employees.
Second.
That's reasonable. John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and as I just mentioned, the following employees are going to be required to have those cell phones. It will be Emma Gordon, Mark Sturm, Michael Ludwig, John Zoka, and Ryan Herman.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike? Yes.
All right, paid holidays. I'll just go through the list we have here, and then I'll ask for a comment, I guess. New Year's Day, Martin Luther King Day, which is Monday, January 19th. President's Day is Monday, February 16th. Memorial Day is on Monday, May 25th. Independence Day, Friday, July 3rd. What did they do that? Labor Day, Monday, September 7th. Columbus Day, Monday, October 12th. Veterans Day, Wednesday, November 11th. Thanksgiving Day is on Thursday, November 26th. And Christmas is on Friday, December 25th. And the asterisks are with, I believe it looks like just Columbus Day. Those are optional.
No.
We got MLK. We used to have Veterans Day, and then we took that off.
You know what we may want to do for this year? Because the Labor Day holiday moved from the 4th to the 3rd. We may want to make that optional this year.
Well,
It's weather permitting.
the reason I wanted to bring this up is somehow the county employees were all off the day after Christmas, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And I wasn't aware of that until the day after Christmas, actually. I think federal employees are all off the day after Christmas as well. So, these are moving targets anymore.
That's what I said. I think a lot of that would fall into
The calendar year.
the calendar year and what's happening. So,
Just leave that list. That's my feeling.
Yeah, I would say Thursday through Monday is a good long 4th of July weekend.
Are we going to do that on the 4th this year? Have 4th of July on the 4th of July?
well, the 4th of July will be on the 4th of July, but since they already have that, is on a Saturday, and they already have that off, and they get a holiday, so that falls back to if we're on a Sunday, we go to the Monday. We even do that at my place.
Well, we gotta get fire trucks at this parade on that Saturday, so I guess that's the question here. We're gonna do
We'll
it
be
on
there when
Saturday.
they need us. I think the 4th of July should be on the 4th. In my
It
opinion.
gets confusing when they move it like that.
July is the 4th of July.
All right, so we got for optional, which I suppose that can be worked in exchange for taking a different day, such as the day after Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, and or New Year's Eve. All right, so those optional holidays would be Martin Luther King Day, President's Day, and Columbus Day. So that would be employee option.
So moved.
Second.
John,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
TJ.
Yes. Keep on paying attention, all right? All right, zoning amendment application fees. That's currently set at $800. That's the fee for filing a zoning amendment application plus costs to include mailing, legal, advertising, court reporter, and any other miscellaneous costs incurred.
Second. I think that figures, we went over that. That's.
Yeah, it's been used. It's been a long time.
I think we upped it. I think we up it a little bit to
I
800.
think so, yeah. I mean, it hasn't been, we haven't had one.
We did have one, and
We haven't had one for quite a while. So, I mean,
As far as you know, though, that's
Does it cover the cost?
Okay. In that case, I'll second. If that's a motion.
that's a motion.
Sean,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
The Zoning Board of Appeals hearings, the fee for that is appeals variance or conditional use request will be $450. If there are multiple requests from the same applicant, same hearing, an additional $150 fee per request will be assessed.
I'll
Once
second.
again, we just reviewed that.
Yeah, I'll second that. I think those figures have worked for us so far.
John,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Town hall rentals, currently set at $50 for residents, $100 for a non-resident for the first 4 hours, and an additional $10 per hour thereafter.
I'm gonna go with the qualifier on it,
Trustees
too.
may waive the fee for school, religious church functions, homeowners associations, YMCA, WCA, senior citizens, etc. The fee will be waived for the following organizations: the Garden Club, the Boy Scouts, and the Girl Scouts.
Second.
John,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
I'm gonna be rolling because I had her put this.
Yeah, this comes up every year too.
Yeah, but we're gonna have the rental rate. That was.
We'll read it.
Okay. Adam Hall rental rate currently $60 per hour for Auburn residents, $85 per hour for out-of-township resident rate, plus $175 cleaning fee, and $300 refundable damage deposit. An hourly security guard fee set up by the Geauga County Sheriff's Office for events serving alcohol. I think that's all good, but then call that a motion to keep it the same as it was.
Second.
Cleaning fee, is that on there?
Yeah, cleaning fee
Oh,
175.
I was to say that's
Yes.
changed. I know that.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay. Motion to establish a reduced rental rate for Adam Hall of $25 per hour, 4-hour minimum, with an additional $10 per hour representative fee and $150 cleaning fee for nonprofit organizations. This rate is contingent upon the approval of the Board of Trustees and will be reviewed and approved on a case-by-case basis.
I'll second that.
John,
Yes.
TJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes. Okay. Opening of graves for new internments on weekdays up to 2:30 p.m. will be $300. That will be $430 after 2:30 p.m. weekdays and Saturdays. Cemetery must be vacated by 12 noon on Saturday, or an additionally hourly fee of $125 will be assessed. There will be no burials on Sunday or any township legal holidays. Interment of ashes or small infants on weekdays up to 2:30 will be $60, and $190 after 3:30 p.m. weekdays and Saturdays, or if a vault is used, $80 on weekdays before 2:30 p.m. and 2:30 after 2:30 p.m. on Saturdays.
Yeah, that was changed considerably, I think, last year based on a couple of incidents, and it seems to be working. So if that's the motion, I'll second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. Okay. Motion that the price of a grave for non-residents is $600 and $100 for an infant. The price of a grave for residents is $75 per grave, $300 per lot of 4 graves. At Shadyside Cemetery, there are no lots available at Mapleshade Cemetery.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. Cost of footers. Motion that all footers will be charged at a rate of $150 for the first 2 square feet and $25 for each additional and or partial square foot.
That also was changed very recently and seems appropriate. So if that was the motion, Mike, I'll second it.
Yes, it was.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. Road Department Liaison. I would permanently like to appoint John A. Eberly as Road Department Liaison. Just for a change of pace, John, what do you think?
I second that.
He's got experience.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. And I would like to make a motion to appoint P.J. Kavanaugh as the Properties Liaison due to his exemplary work in the past.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. Okay, I'll motion me as the Fire Department Liaison because it's the only spot left.
Second that.
Is that you, John?
He did. Yes.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
You have to give him some job.
Gets him out of the house.
All right.
Firefighters Dependents Fund Board. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Patrick Kavanaugh and John Eberly as representatives for the Auburn Township Trustees for the Firefighters Dependents Board, legislative authority for a 1-year term.
I'll second that.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. Make a motion to appoint P.J. Kavanaugh as designated employer representative.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Okay, and designated employer representative alternate, I'd like to appoint Nancy Dolezal.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'll take it. Public Records Commission. The chairperson of the board and the fiscal officer shall form a township records commission and shall meet at least once every 12 months. There's the motion.
Second.
Okay.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
I'm going to make a motion that the township highway superintendent attend the first meeting of each month and present the report.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
And that would be Mr. Emmerich Gordon.
It's pretty presumptuous of me.
Well, is it?
What if he doesn't like us next week?
He likes doing that report. Also going to make a motion that the zoning inspector attend the first meeting of each month and present a report.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
we'd like to have, and we'll make a motion that the representative for the Auburn Volunteer Fire Department attend the second meeting of each month and present a report.
Second.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Now the Board of Zoning Appeals needs to schedule a minimum of 12 meetings per year. They may coincide with an appeal meeting or be held on an organizational nature at the chairperson's discretion.
Second.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
At the commission, we're going to make a motion that they hold a minimum of 12 meetings per year with a maximum of 24. Additional meetings to that will be approved by the Board of Trustees, the dates and times to be set by the board. Chairperson.
Second.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to need a report of the attendance of members of both the Zoning Commission and the Board of Zoning Appeals to be presented to the Board of Trustees. Secretary of each board will provide the report to the trustees at the end of June for the previous 6-month period, at the end of December for the following 6 months. Compensation will then be made to the members. That's a motion.
Second.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
All right, miscellaneous expenses. This is a motion to allow each trustees to authorize the expenditure of up to $5,000 currently in legitimate township expenses. Historically, what we've been doing is that's in the case of an emergency truck repair or some structural thing somewhere. The well here, I think, was the most recent one. We've always kind of followed those up with bringing those up in meetings and approving them as a board. But in the event of emergencies, that would be the need for such a motion.
Should we include in that motion also advise the clerk?
Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah,
it's always done, Fred. I mean,
It's
we
always
we-
do it, but
we-
that way you can make sure you get the proper, what do you call it?
Yeah, it's not 100% always done. I mean, the sooner that I get that information, the better. It's
Right.
always done eventually.
Yeah, well, as soon as possible.
But, and Emmerich been really good at this, but if Emmerich or whoever the trustee is could just, as soon as they can, maybe let Nancy know or something, and she can tell me. Because I got to get those POs done before we cut checks.
Well, as some pump goes, I'm sure PJ wouldn't mind calling you at 3 o'clock in the morning to let you know we're doing an emergency repair.
Running in this fair.
Therefore,
Well,
You can call.
I think historically we do that, Fred. But yeah, what's a short? You guys are lawyers. What's a short, catchy phrase?
Why don't we say to
within
allow
there?
each trustee to authorize $55,000 township funds with the fiscal officer
be notified as soon as
possible. Yeah. Okay. That sounds like a good motion, and I'll make that motion.
I will second.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, mileage reimbursements. This is for private vehicles used for conducting township business. Road department employees generally is how that goes, or convention expenses or meeting travel. Apparently, Nancy came up with 57.5. Is that right?
I questioned that too.
I had 56 is what I came up with.
That's what we had before.
It's going to be constantly changing.
Yeah, it's adjusted twice a year
have
by
they
the
announced the
IRS.
IRS?
There's January.
56.
this?
This is what Nancy gave me, which is the 575.
Well, that's what I've got the same thing. It's usually released by, assuming that comes from the IRS or database.
She's going to reference, we're going to reference the IRS website. So rather than put a amount on there right now and have to change it, we just the current IRS website.
You would adjust it again,
and then we'll readjust it on July 1st. Okay. So there's a motion.
Second.
Okay, so just to make this clear, we have a motion by PJ and second by Mike to reimburse mileage at the current IRS standard deduction rate.
Standard rate on January 1st, and then we're going to readjust it on July 1st.
Okay. John?
yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
Motion to encumber funds for the Ohio Township Association Convention in Columbus. Pay all necessary convention expenses. There's a motion. Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
How about the TSD? I don't know anything about that.
You're right.
All right, motion to allow the purchase of sundry items to benefit employees and others for such things as coffee and supplies, paper products, greeting cards, etc.
Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
Copies of township documents requested from and supplied to the general public will be charged at the rate of, it's currently at 10 cents per page.
Is it still reasonable for copies?
Can't charge for the time involved in making the copies.
So I'm saying, I'm just saying that.
I think we got that actually out of the
I think that's a reasonable cost.
It's fine. Okay, I'll second.
John?
yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, here's a motion that no personal items shall be purchased using a township charge card or account. Only authorized personnel shall charge items on township accounts of township use.
Second.
Yeah, before I call for vote on that, I want to make it once myself. I need to get a list of all time. Is the current policy now that anybody in the road department can sign on a car?
Correct, yeah, the Sears, Tractor Supply. Well, Tractor Supply, I don't have a card for that. I think that's just a count. Home Depot. Okay. Yeah. But my name's referenced at the cash register.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the employee making the run can
Go ahead.
sign.
Okay. John?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Yes. And I see Mark out in Tractor Supply after work picking up stuff for township a couple times. Yep, bank depositories. Currently we're using Middlefield Bank, First National Bank, and Star Plus Ohio. Depositories of public monies shall be in the order of Middlefield Bank, First National Bank, and Star Plus.
I'm not saying that we don't need to change the motion right now, but I haven't been able to go through banks' ability to get information on marketing or online information. You know, I'm used to my personal bank. I can go on and I can look at, for for example, every credit and every debit I made in the past year. I have that bill here to log and try and organize and get information out of the website. I've had some issues with payroll processing with them, getting that timely payment. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying we need to do anything about it today, but I'm just
We've notified the bank of those problems or those potential problems. Mittelfield's known to be pretty responsive. I'm surprised I didn't have somebody.
They've been really good on the standard banking stuff. They're great, good customer service. But when it comes to their e-banking, it hasn't been responsive. So
Surprised.
see if I can get a resolution with them. I'm actually going to call into their e-banking specialist.
Yeah, that surprises me a bit because that's one thing they're kind of known for.
Other than that, the customer service is great. Truck owners. First National, I want to move money that's in there in the savings account out of that into a CD or something because or to another bank because they're charging us a late account fee. I think I brought this up once before. And that's just it's ridiculous.
But we can always readdress these
Always
through
change
the year.
Yeah.
Not just like you're supposed to make sure
Make
they
it a
respond.
board.
All right, there's the motion then.
Second. John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to request a tax advance at the maximum available from the general fund, road and bridge fund, and fire department fund from the Geauga County auditor.
Second. John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let's hired into the organizational portion of the meeting.
You guys want to go ahead and adopt the current zoning fees for 2015? Jane and I have looked at them, and I think they're good. We don't need to adjust them. So if you want to do that now instead of the first week.
Let's put it on the agenda for the next
Okay,
meeting.
you want to do it in
we've-
February? That's fine. Or
Yeah, I think we've
as long as traditionally
sort of done all this.
Right, done the first week in February, but we've been looking at it, and I think everything's good.
Well, we made a few adjustments over the last couple of years, so
Right.
good.
Get your Christmas trees up here at the township through to January 31st, and we'll dispose of them, recycle them. Anything else? Anyone from the public? Go ahead.
Luke, I heard earlier that Dee Ballou has been appointed an alternate for the zoning commission. Historically, she's been zoning commission secretary. So will she be paid both as zoning commission secretary and for her attendance at zoning commission meetings?
No, that would be an either or.
The greater of the two or the lesser?
Well, first of all, it's up to the commission to hire
Right,
a secretary
I know
to
that.
see
I
fit.
know. I'm aware of that. But historically, she's been doing it for years and years, so I think I'm making a fairly reasonable assumption.
She would not be paid hourly rate as she sits in a meeting as a participating member. For clerical stuff such as like, whatever contacts, whatever typing, whatever, work with the planning commission.
Work outside of the meetings.
Yeah, work outside
Right.
of the
The hourly
meeting,
rate.
payroll.
That would be at the secretarial
That would be
rate
at the
then,
secretarial
right?
rate.
Okay. Okay. So it's going to be either or one or the other, but if there would be a situation where she wouldn't be involved in the secretarial portion, she would be awarded just the rate for the meeting?
Correct.
Okay.
Because when she's doing, as if she's at a meeting, she's an alternate.
Okay.
Once she's an alternate, she'll be operating at the alternate level and the per pay
Okay.
rate. But she will not be paid the secretarial rate, though.
Okay.
Can't double dip. One or the other.
Okay. Anybody else?
I got something.
Yep.
On Saturday when we had that weather event, we went mutual aid Manaway
down at 44 to a fatality accident in front of Tukowski's. And the first thing I noticed as soon as we crossed over into Manaway, township roads were sheet ice. I mean, they were really bad. Mitchell Road was terrible. A little bit later that morning, I got a complaint, called me and said roads were bad. And I said, well, where you at? She said, on Stafford. And I said, well, the township was out this morning, but not knowing. I said, well, where are you exactly? And she said, well, I think I'm by Snow, but she wasn't sure. She said, it's just a sheet of ice. And shortly after that, I heard Troy go out for an accident at Rapids Road in Stafford. Mm-hmm. I called Emmerich, and he was tied up in the cemetery deal, but he sent a truck down there, and the roads were fine. It was actually in Troy's. Once again, another township. I want to give our township road department a kudos for doing a great job during a weather event and taking care of our roads, because I can testify they were in great shape.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That came out of nowhere, too.
Yeah, it did.
Now we're giving points. I'd like to thank the fire department. They came to my house to transport my father-in-law. He had a pretty bad bout with the flu and fallen down a couple times, and we came and checked him out and decided to transport and took him to Jaga, so he was in there for a few days with flu and a blood infection. But they did a good job, and he came back home on Saturday. So thank you guys for me.
I'll let them know. That's it for me.
Fine. Thank you, Chief. Anyone else? Happy New Year to everybody. For
Motion, the ultimate motion.
Second.
Hey, John.